Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the longest running daily variety show, the Mark Inspire Show. Day 1866 in a row. I hope you're doing well this morning. How are you? Helen Gale Townsend with me from the top. If you're here, say hello. If you're lurking, welcome. I wrote you a song last week, lurkers. This show is sponsored by the BeatSeat, the only drum in the world for guitar players. It is a full body drumming experience. You can play with your hands and feet at the same time while sitting completely upright. It's also an extremely powerful sensory therapy drum. So if you know anybody with autism, anybody with a special need, with Down syndrome, this is a connection for anybody who's in need. It has unlimited tones, which also translates to unlimited vibrational effect. So when you're talking about connecting with somebody who has a sensory issue, this is what you need. You need the BeatSeat. So check one out, BeatSeat.rocks. I got Modoc Roughstock with me from the top, and Renee Woods. How are you? So good to see you. We have some news for you to start the day. You know, we do the news every morning here, so I hope you'll join me trying to see if we can reach the world this year with a morning show and a night show. It's definitely a time of the day that you can join the live program here on Mark Inspires and hang out with these amazing people in the chat. DM Ryan in the house doing a lurkaroo. That's a good thing, right? We're up for the lurkers. Ah, goodness. So Bo Jackson, did you guys hear about this one? This is an interesting story. I figured I would make this the main topic of the show because I always loved Bo Jackson, first of all, but he's going through something right now, and I'm not sure if they're really talking about this, so I thought we would get into it, and we'd look into it a little further. So, this is an AP story. I'm going to pull it up on the screen so you guys can read this with me. See if we can keep Zabrowski in the background. I want to get that woohoo this morning. I'm looking for the woohoo. So let's see what we have. Here we go. All right, so what is the story here with Bo Jackson? Joanne, back on the screen. Thank you, Joanne. Oh my goodness. All right, so Bo Jackson awarded $21 million in a Georgia blackmail and stalking case. This is what? Former professional baseball and football player Vincent Bo Jackson, a running back who won the Heisman Trophy at Auburn, has won a $21 million verdict in his civil case against his niece and nephew for trying to extort him. What? The February 2nd decision included a permanent protective order barring Thomas Lee Anderson and his sister Erica M. Anderson Ross from further bothering or contacting Jackson and his immediate family members. The Andersons also must stay at least 500 yards from the Jacksons and remove from social media any content about them, the news outlets reported. So imagine the family get-togethers, you know, the Jackson family get-together, they're all doing it, and you got Erica Anderson, Ross, and Thomas Lee 500 yards away eating potato salad. It's good potato salad, though. Oh, Matt Zabrowski, today we get a woohoo. Welcoming the woohoo. Zabrowski, thank you, buddy. Starting off the show with some positivity from Matt Zabrowski and family not able to have a generational feast. We're getting together, great-grandkids, grandkids. I'm sorry? No, the niece and nephew, they can't. They get 500 yards away. You got some good potato salad, though, you can toss over at them? You know? Some chicken, fried chicken. Send it over. Cajun fries. We're doing it. We're having a good time. So, unfortunately, those attempts to extort $20 million from Jackson and his family, Bo still hits back hard. Robert Ingram and David Conley said Monday in a news release. Jackson, 61, claimed the harassment started in 2022 and included threatening social media posts and messages, public allegations that put him in a false light, and public disclosure of private information intended to cause him severe emotional distress. He said Thomas Anderson wrote on Facebook that he would release photos, text, and medical records of Jackson to show America that he wasn't playing around. The lawsuit alleged, what medical records is he going to show Jackson? Was Jackson juicing it? You know? I always wondered how Bo did. Bo does everything really like so much better than everybody else. He also shoots up better too, and better at not getting caught. Canseco. Like, if you're not going to follow Jose Canseco, You know, I mean, you don't want to be a dirtbag, scumbag piece of garbage. You know, people look back at it and say, what a piece of garbage. He did 40-40, but he was cracked out of his mind on, you know, steroids. Did you ever see Jose Canseco's head? Right? I'm sorry? Yeah, no, Barry Bonds, even bigger head from the roids. They call it roid noggin. I'm not sure if you know that, you know. It's an actual medical terminology they've come up with. When someone's noggin enlarges to twice the size of a normal nog, you know? They're like, oh, that's a roid head over there. Even if it's not a roid head. Sometimes you get like a water in the brain, and they'll call that a roid head too, because they're just they're getting lazy medically, right? They're just like, look, you know what? That guy's head looks ridiculous. Let's just call it a roid head. Look, I can't blame them, you know? I can't blame them for going at it from that perspective. When you're doing it, Jose Canseco style, you know, you have a new definition. Oh yeah, you're right. Barry Bonds, megaroid head. They said that with that one. They threw a mega in front. I get it. Like I said, that head is ridiculous. He can't even walk through doors anymore. He's got to slide through. They got to put grease on both sides of his nog so they could kick him through doorways. 4 foot wide? No, not big enough. You know, you're going to have to go bigger than a 4 foot wide door jamb. You're going to put a normal door jamb? You did a 3'6" door jamb. You did a 3'6" door jamb, and you expect Barry Bonds to walk through with that stupid head? Come on. You're not thinking, are you? Oh, goodness. Sometimes you guys you don't realize, you don't think about the ramifications of taking roids to hit 756 home runs. And then afterwards, what that means. You can't go anywhere ever again without breaking through door jams, like your Bonk from TurboGrafx 16, Bonk's Adventure. Reference, reasonable people would find defendant's behavior extreme and outrageous, Marbut wrote. The court saw evidence that an attorney representing defendants claimed his client's conduct would cease to the sum of $20 million. Can I ask you guys, this is just like a little side note here. So niece, nephew, they're trying to extort Sir Barry Bonds. He was knighted. He's got his Sir Barry Bonds. They're trying to extort, you know, blackmail. Bo Jackson, right? Where the freaking heck are they getting $21 million to pay Bo Jackson? Like, oh, I want a $21 million civil suit. All right, great. You think you can give me that $21 million? Because it sounds like they got 50 cents underneath their freaking bed mattress, you know? And they're trying to extort you for money, Bo Jackson. Sometimes when Bo Jackson thinks he's getting 21 million and he realizes it's 21 cents, they've got nothing left. They're extorting him and blackmailing him because they don't have $21 million. If they did, they would just be like, Bo, what up? Piss Pat, you know what I mean? You're doing it, we're doing it. You know, Bo knows how to keep his money. Bo's nephew and niece also know how to make 21 mil on their own without blackmail and extortion. But that's not the story. That's not the story, people. So let's see what else we have in the news. This is a daily news, comedy news, just straight stories. It depends really what's happening in the moment. Sometimes I'm feeling like reading it straight. Sometimes I'm just like, hey, that's silly. Like Robert De Niro. He's a goofball. You guys know that. Like, can we get back to the one we had? Okay, here's one. 8 words in a verbal slip. Put Sleepy Poopy Pants age back on the center of the 2024 cycle. Let's just say that. We're not going to say anything that has to do with words that can get me in trouble. When President, Sleep Sofa Joe, appeared at a last-minute news conference Thursday night, he hoped to assure the country that his mental acuity, hours after a special counsel's report had devastatingly referred to him as a well-meaning elderly man with poor memory, instead of visibly angry, sleepy poopy pants, made the exact type of verbal flub that has kept Democrats so nervous for months, mistakenly referring to the president of Egypt, Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Sisi, I can't call him a sissy. He's the president, you know? Abdel Fattah el-Sisi as the president of Mexico. This guy's really good. He not only runs Egypt, he's also the president of Mexico too. He hasn't told anybody yet. Only Biden knows. And he let everybody in on the secret last night. That's the problem. They didn't want you to know that Abdel Fattah el-Sisi is also the president of Mexico. Guys, that's the news of the day. It's not that he made a flub. It's that the truth is deeper than you know. And this guy knows it all. He's the smartest president to ever exist, and he has inside information. Some people call them Biden-Stramus. Biden-Stramus. I don't know. It doesn't work because he doesn't even remember yesterday. But he could tell the future, guys. That's what they're saying with the president of Mexico is really the president of Egypt. You guys know it. I didn't have to tell you because you guys got the inside scoop. You've been looking at the back end to get the information, and you know that Egypt, Mexico, it's really the same place, We're the crazy ones. Not him. We're the crazy ones. Sorry. He's with it, This is a nightmare. Lucas Glover withdraws from the Waste Management Phoenix Open after missing his tee time. Lucas, you bumbling mofo. You know what I mean? Like, your one job is to show up on time so you can tee off. Yeah?
I'll be there for an 8:18 tee time.
Oh, it's 8:20,
8:26 tee time.
All right, why don't you get there at like 7:30, warm it up. You're going to warm it up,
Nah, I'll get there at 8:25 and 37 seconds.
All right, Lucas Glover, you keep working with that formula. We'll see how that goes for you. What? Oh, he had to withdraw. Guys, see? He had to withdraw. He missed his tee time because he does the 8:25 thing. We've been talking about it for years and it finally came back to haunt him. You know the recurring dream where you realize you've missed your final exam? Lucas Glover lived in the real-world version of this nightmare on Thursday morning when he was forced to withdraw from the Waste Management Phoenix Open after missing his tee time. Glover was scheduled to tee off at 8:26. He showed up at 4:37 in the afternoon. Officials called him and learned he was still in his hotel room, unaware that he was minutes away from being disqualified. He was hanging out, guys, banging it out, eating waffles. They got that special waffle maker at the hotel. You just push a button. 30 seconds later, you go turn around, grab a little bit of fruit. You got yourself a coffee. You turn back around. There's a waffle sitting there, piping hot waffle. Lucas Glover's eating it. He's not playing, though. He's disqualifying. He wants the waffle more. Sometimes you're hungry. He's just like, I don't feel like playing golf tonight. He just misread his text messages. I'm kicking myself but laughing at the same time. The Glover, the 2009 U.S. Open champion, has enjoyed a bit of a career renaissance lately. He won the Wyndham Championship and the FedEx St. Jude's Championship back-to-back weeks and rose to the top 30 in the official world rankings, and then he fell asleep and had waffles. Missed the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Good job, buddy. The official rules of golf stipulate in Section 5.3, which Lucas should have tattooed on his arm at this point, with this whole getting there 30 seconds before tee time thing.
I'm so good. I won back-to-back tournaments this year.
I can show up whenever the friggin' heck I want. Waffles? Oh, no, I'm on my way. Guys, he's got to get the waffles. You got to respect the waffle intake. Got to respect the waffle intake, especially when it's a Lucas Glover deal. Oh, goodness. Sometimes, guys, when you're in the process and you find out that it's either tea time or some tasty fresh waffles made on the spot with a push button, No, we don't have a guy there who's doing it. Like, who's there, could I make you waffles? No, I'm sorry. Lucas Glover doesn't get that hotel. He gets the one with the push button, $3,000 machine one. You push the button, walk away, come back, whoop, it's out there. I'm throwing a little powdered sugar on top, a little syrup, and we're wrapping it up, Not Lucas. He's getting doubles. Tea time? No. Screw the tea time. You got fresh waffles coming. Can we throw a little compote on my fresh waffles? Because, I won back-to-back tournaments. When's the last time you did that, huh, Derek? That's right, Derek. You suck. I'm Lucas Glover. I did it. Missing a tee time is rare, but not unprecedented. Paul Casey nearly missed the opening round of the 2020 WGC Mexico Championship when he thought his tee time was 10 minutes later than it actually was. Same thing, Paul Casey. What in the freaking heck are you doing showing up 10 minutes before tee time? I gotta go. I got a tee time in 9 minutes and 37 seconds. Paul Casey, you almost lost it. You almost had to withdraw. What? No, you're good. You're good. It's just Lucas Glover. He's the one who had to do it. Guys, forgetting he was such a time missing the match, he could have swung the entire Ryder Cup. McIlroy won against Keegan Bradley in Europe, pulled off the Miracle of Medina. If you guys remember the Miracle of Medina? Jesus came down. Mary, they were there watching. It was that good of a performance. They wanted to be there to see it. The Miracle of Medina. There was healing that day as well. It's in the books, guys. Look it up. I mean, sometimes when you're schooling everybody and you're giving them the knowledge they didn't even realize they needed, that's what happens. Mama Bear, Deborah Mathis, back ass announced. Main girl, yes! My goodness. Maybe he's got a little oppositional defiance and didn't gaff. Yeah, it could be. That's why I said it's so funny if you think about how, the honest reality of this scenario is that, and the one thing I could say about this show you guys should know after 5 years in a row every day is I call it straight. This is how I see it. You have two aging people that are trying to run this country. One of them is much worse off than the other. That's just the way I see it. One of them has a very hard time speaking, walking, taking any questions from news reporters. And the other one gaffes every once in a while, but he'll sit there for 3 hours and take questions. He'll get up and do a 2-hour rally and passionately speak. So if I look at the two of them just on those terms, I got one guy who hides and is afraid to speak, and one that will get out and no matter who asks, he'll go out there and speak. And okay, I don't think we should have someone in their 80s at all as president. I think we should have people in their 50s because this country needs to move forward. We don't need people who have old school ideas. We need people with fresh ideas. That's just me speaking. Of course, I don't know what's going to happen. We don't, but I'm not getting into politics here. I'm just trying to keep things clean for you guys. Make your own decisions and just keep one thing at the forefront. This is the ultimate live positivity show. We're not going to get into any of that crap here. So stick around for the fun. Let's see what else we have over here. I'm hoping we have some funny stories that we can get into. See, like I could sit here and talk about every one of these stories. I told you guys yesterday, if you watch the clip at noon today, I'm going to give you the link real quick. At noon, the Prince Charles bit is premiering. This is some funny, funny stuff. Although I have to say, the thing we did about the football and baseball, that was hilarious too. I'm going to give you that. I may have to walk away for a few minutes and play you guys a piece of content. And if I do, this is probably going to be the one I played, which is from yesterday. You can see it right here. It's first their land, then baseball, and then football, comedy news. So we'll get into that. I want to see if you guys enjoy that as well. This that I just gave you is about 10 minutes long. And it's a full understanding of what happens to Queen Camilla after Prince Charles either abdicates or one day he's going to pass away and she may outlive him. And if she does, what happens to her? It's, people are like, oh, well, same thing that happened with the Queen Mum. It's not that simple. And you'll see this, but Prince William could decide to firebomb the entire thing and say, just get the hell out of here, lady. So there's a power transfer that takes place. And regardless of Charles' wishes, it's up to the son. And depending on their relationship, I guess you would say. But there's so much comedy that comes out of this scenario, so I hope you enjoy me getting into that with you. Let's see what else we have here. Toby Keith's son, Stellan, posts touching tribute to his dad. I love you, cowboy. That is very nice, buddy. I'm sorry you lost your father. Mutant wolves roaming Chernobyl exclusion zone have developed cancer-resilient abilities. This is interesting stuff. We're going to read this one. Mutant wolves roaming the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Let's see what we have. How about that? That's a punny start to the news story, guys. How about that? Mutant wolves that roam the human-free Chernobyl exclusion zone have developed cancer-free resilient genomes that could, come on, I want to see the meter. There we go. That could be the key to humans fighting the deadly disease. Wild animals have managed to adapt and survive the high levels of radiation that have plagued the area after the nuclear reactor at Chernobyl. It exploded in 1986, becoming the world's worst nuclear accident. Humans abandoned the area after the explosion leaked cancer-causing radiation into the environment, and 1,000 square mile zone was roped off to prevent further human exposure. But in nearly 38 years since the nuclear disaster, wildlife has reclaimed the area, including packs of wolves that seem to be unaffected by the chronic exposure to radiation. Kara Love, an evolutionary biologist and ecotoxicologist. It's a lot. Oh, okay. Kara Love, an evolutionary biologist and an ecotoxicologist in Shane Campbell Staten's lab. Friggin' hell. Joanne, why do they make this one difficult to say? I gotta, Carol Love, an evolutionary biologist and ecotoxicologist in Shane Campbell Staten's lab at Princeton University, has been studying how the mutant wolves, need a drink of my coffee, morning. She's been studying how the mutant wolves have evolved to survive their radioactive environment and presented her findings at the annual meeting of Society Integrative and Comparative Biology in Seattle, Washington last month. Anyway, guys, she's there. Nearly 38 years, wildlife has reclaimed the area, including packs of wolves that seem to be unaffected by the chronic exposure of radiation. So do you, clearly. You're sitting out here in Chernobyl with a stupid wolf, and you got your, American flag over its eye. Oh, I tricked him. He doesn't know I'm holding him down. He can't see, so now dumb wolf. That wolf's gonna eat your freaking face, Kara Love. You're there, you're thinking to yourself,
Oh, I'm getting some samples.
you're getting some radiation too. Welcome to the club,
I got an idea.
Hey, guys, professors, I got a thought. I'm gonna get on a plane, right? Do a little research in Chernobyl. I'm going, what's that? No, screw the mask. I'm just doing it. I don't need any of the radiation masks. I don't even need a Geiger counter. I'm just going in. I'm doing it. I'm gonna tackle a wolf. Guys, check this one out. Tackling a wolf. Huh? Yeah, no, give me your stupid American flag. I'm just gonna put it over his eye. You guys know the old wolf trick. You put an American flag over the wolf's eye. You're good to go. That wolf is like, they turn into dummies. Wolves are stupid if you just cover their eye with an American flag. This is one thing, nobody really knows this. More ancient knowledge coming to the surface here on the Mark and Spire show. What's that? Yeah, no, I'm proud to share the information. Because when people come here, they want to learn. They want to understand why you can take a wolf down and get it to just remain docile afterwards without wearing a mask in Chernobyl. I just gave you the information. Sometimes you're doing it, So she's here, Kara Love. She's getting, look at this one over here. Look at that one. This guy over here, he's ready to eat her face. Oh, okay, you're gonna try to do that whole flag over my eye thing? I saw what you did to my cousin, Scrappy Feet. I'm gonna take you out, Kara Love. I'll chew your neck. By the time you get that American flag from my cousin, and you take it and try to get it over my eyes, I know if you get it over my eyes, I'm done. I'm just laying on the ground, docile, and then you just, knee me in the face with the no mask on. Dr. Weasel Frauci would be very upset right now that you're not masked up. I'm just saying. This wolf, the reason he is now cancer resilient is because he said, you know what? I was the first Kara Love. I'm just coming here, I'm doing it. I'm going to get samples, and then now I'm resilient. And so now she's trying to get resilient. Guys, I get it. Anyway, dogs were immediately in the area after the disaster and have adapted better than other species like birds, which experienced extreme genetic defects as a result of toxic radiation. The findings are especially valuable as scientists have learned that canines fight off cancer more similarly to the way humans do than rats. Unfortunately, Love's work has stalled somewhat as she and her colleagues have been unable to return to the Chernobyl exclusion zone, first due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And now, due to the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine, the ground they're trying to fight over is Chernobyl right now. There's fleets. You got one half of Chernobyl, all Russian. The other half of Chernobyl, it's all Ukrainians. They got the old school. They've got the bayonets back on. They're doing bayonets again. Out of bullets. They're just running into the crowds. Ah! Chernobyl! This guy's got 7 eyes and an ear over here on his head now. He's 3 years. Tri-years. You guys missed the Triclops. That's part of the bit today at 12. You're going to see it. But he's got a triple ear deal, He could hear really well. That guy they put out there when they're trying to understand scenario. Look, guys, we have to move from this location across the field to that location. Who do we got who's going to be our lookout in our ears. Now, throw Tommy out there. Tommy, is Tommy good? Tommy's got 3 ears. That's our guy with the triple ear guy. Can we get Tommy, the triple ear guy? Let's put him out there and he can, report to us. Guys, I hear something. Where's it coming from? Well, it's not from over there, because I'm hearing it through my stupid center ear. Guys, sometimes when you have a center ear, you got to go with it. Oh, goodness. We can get silly here, can't we? We do. We get silly here, like ridiculously. So, wolves. Wolves. Look at that wolf right there. That's a scary looking dude. I would hang out with a wolf. Of course, I would bring my American flag to make sure I can put it over their eye, so then they just fall to the ground and think that they're in like some black room. And they're like, "Beep." Nobody knew that till today about the wolf. You can immediately debilitate a wolf with an American flag. Like, it's just like a little rag flag. It's a rag flag. It's not really a full flag. It's just like a rag that looked like an American flag. Dog breeds with a higher risk of developing cancer. Why do I want to read that? Oh my goodness. Woman vanishes into 25-foot sinkhole outside her home. What in the heck? What is going on here? Whew, talk about trying to get away. A woman fell into a 25-foot deep sinkhole in Fontana Home, California. It's not clear how the woman fell into the hole, but her children noticed her missing and called their father, who rushed home from work. Someone heard screams from the hole in a bricked-over patio area and called 911 at 9:45 a.m. Firefighters on scene at 10:15 found the woman, who could not be seen from the surface, was awake and talking. What am I doing in a friggin' hole? Hello? Can somebody please save me? I'm in a hole here. I can see daylight. It's about, I'm gonna call it 25 feet. Can you throw down a couple snacks? Of course, I can't use my arms because I'm in a hole. Firefighters on scene. Firefighters prepared for an enclosed space rescue and lowered a rescuer into the hole. That's a double hole fill right there. You got multiple people in that hole. Some people call it a dirty hole at that point, Should have kept it clean. At least wear, protection. You're out there just, I got multiples in today. All right, buddy. There's words for that. Some people called Queen Camilla a Prozzy back in the day. I may say that hole is the Prozzy hole of Fontana, California. Jump on in, guys. You may have syphilis when you come back out, but we'll throw you a snack. We'll throw you a snack before we send the guy down there, double hole in it. Tag team, 11:53, firefighters posted a video of the woman being pulled from the hole. Terrible. She was taken to the hospital to be evaluated, and Fire District spokesperson Eric Sherwin told KTLA the 40-year-old woman suffered injuries to her legs. Fontana is about 55 miles east of Los Angeles, about 54 miles east when you fall down the hole. So you get a little closer, rescued from sinkhole. There it is again. Can we see a video of this? These stories are insane, aren't they, guys? Isn't this fun? I have fun. She just needed a break, Maine said. Dug a hole in underground tunnel to Target. I'll tell you what, that is like the ultimate right there. You're walking and you just all of a sudden fall into a hole. And then you're just like, what world is this that you could just walk and the earth is just, we'll take you. Oh my goodness. I feel bad for her, but apparently they were able to get her out safely. So, again, this is all just, I got to tell you, this is interesting, guys. All right. I'm just going to say something quickly, and I don't want this to get me in trouble, so we're going to make it really, really quick. In the last day, now literally in the last day, everybody's against the current president. Have you noticed this? It was never like that before. In fact, they always were making excuses for him. Oh, it's normal to make gas at 83 or whatever the hell he is. Oh, it's okay when you fall up steps 5 times. Like, they would just pretend it's all okay. Every time he'd read horribly off a teleprompter, it's fine, it's fine. All of a sudden, right now, everybody who's on his side is against him. Look at that. Look what it says. They never had bylines like this. They're all saying it today. You know what that means, guys. Miguel, she's coming out of retirement. That's it. Miguel's coming out of retirement. There's no other way to look at it. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Big Bang Theory star Johnny Galecki explained why he left Hollywood and what his family situation is now. Okay, let me pop this on for you guys because I have to run over and I have to do something real quick. So let me do something. I'm going to pop something on for you, and I will be right back. I want you guys to hopefully enjoy this. In fact, I wanted to play you that bit from yesterday. This is the First by Land. This, I think, is crazy funny. Now, again, nobody should ever be offended by any of this stuff because this is comedy. All right? This is comedy. I'm just going to shut this off, so hopefully this will not stop while it's playing. I just shut off ads. No, it's not usually a good thing to do that, but we're doing it. Here we go. If you can do me a favor and give this a like and share, really appreciate it. This right here is one of the funniest things from yesterday. Because every day we try to do funny things. What do we got here? Joanne, can you pop this on for everybody to enjoy? Thank you, Joanne. Sometimes she wheezes, and then you have to do your best with it. Okay, I'll be right back.
It's the Daily Comedy News with your host, Mark Pires. Join us for breaking headlines and all kinds of comedy shenanigans. Brought to you by the BeatSeat.
Canceled tribal chief White Calf, face of the Redskins, generates new support nationwide. Okay, I want to see what this is about because everything's so mental. Let's change football team names. Come on, man. The Redskins was an awesome team name. That was an awesome team. What the freaking heck? That's paying homage, you know? I feel like I'd be offended you got rid of it. I'd be like, that we had a little hold on something here. Now we had land, they took the land from us. Then we had at least our image on a football team. They took that away from us too. We are really the minority here now, people. We don't even have a football image anymore.
Well, at least you got baseball.
I'm sorry? Oh, no, we got rid of the Cleveland as well. No. Baseball? Forget about it. We had baseball too. National pastime. You think, considering that we are the national pastime, you know, here first, we should be part of the national pastime still. Cleveland Indians. Redskins. You know, if I were a tribal chief right now, I'd have something to say about this. That's just me. Excuse me, Chief Wampingfoot. I just wanted to know, what your deal is. You got rid of our images on the football helmet, on the baseball shirt, on the hat. Chief Wampingfoot. Listen, I got a little news for you. They call me Chief Wampingfoot for a reason. If you don't put the Cleveland Indian back on and the Washington Redskin, paying homage to the originals here, you know? You've taken it all away from us. You took my land, Chief Wampingfoot. And now you're taking my connection to the national pastime and to the National Football League? We at least had that. Still.
You still have land though,
No,
right?
what? No land. But we still had part of football, part of baseball. And now they've taken it all away. They just want to extinguish our existence, erase us from memory. Chief Wampingfoot. You know, these are moments. I'm going to do a rain dance. I'm thinking about doing a rain dance to see if we could bring back the names. You know, it could be way off on this one, guys, but that's just how I see it. Let's see what the story is. Let's see if Chief Wampingfoot really has a problem with this. Chief Blackfeet. Wampingfoot's cooler. Wampingfoot I'm scared of. Blackfeet, you know, you're thinking that he's got to chop off those toes at some point. You know, Maybe you should have treated that cut on your ankle, on both ankles, you know. Gangrene, you know, it's like you're walking around. They sometimes call him Chief Gangrene just because he's disgusting. It smells. Oof. You ever been around gangrene? No good. No good. Chief Gangrene, that guy. He won a lot of battles, just the stench. Celebrated Blackfeet Chief. Oh, Blackfeet was the name of the tribe. John Two Guns. That's a much better name. John Two Guns Whitecalf. That is a good name, buddy. You got a good one there. I still like Wampinfoot. For me, Two Guns. How about Two Guns Wampinfoot? Chief Two Guns Wampinfoot. He's going to two guns you and then womp the foot right up your hiney butt. And you're just there taking it, you know? Two Guns Whitecalf was sacrificed on the altar of cancel culture. See? Now, an effort to save the indigenous hero's legacy, as well as larger Native history from woke agenda, is beginning to spread nationwide. Guys, it's what I was just joking about. Whitecalf, racist. Why couldn't he just be calf? You know? Peach calf. You gotta go Whitecalf. He should have been Peach Calf. Chief Peach Calf was the face of the National Football League's Washington Redskins for 48 years until they took away his land, then they took away his image. Oh, now we're the Commanders. The Commanders is a stupid name. I don't even want to watch a Washington football game anymore because their name is the Commanders.
I got a good one. Let's go with the Commanders.
All right, Commodore. Why don't we do that? Let's go list at sea. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about getting rid of the Redskins, getting rid of the Cleveland Indians. They took away their land and they take away their images. Everybody was fine with the Redskins. Everybody's fine with the Cleveland Indians. For 48 years, they were fine with the Redskins. It wasn't until these people with no skin came along.
Oh, it's windy out. I got all these cuts on my skin because it breathes.
You know, guys, when we were kids, they said, thick skin, grow some skin. Yeah, not everything in the world needs to offend you, and it shouldn't offend you, and you shouldn't even put any time to think about it. You should just be thinking about things that make you happy. This doesn't make anybody happy. Let's focus in on how there's a Native American on the side of a football helmet and how offensive and racist that is. What? In fact, can I step back and say that the Indians were always considered warriors? If I have a baseball team or if I have a football team or any other team and I want to name them after an Indian, after a chief, or after somebody who was a warrior, how is that racist? It's offensive that someone could consider that racist. No, that's a warrior. Oh, wait, hold on. No, you're supposed to be on the field shaking hands. You're supposed to be out there smacking them on the butt saying, good job, pal. No. This is where you're going out there. You need barbarians on the field. You're looking for warriors. I want a team of warriors, not a team of people picking flowers.
Oh, the Commanders.
It's terrible. This is terrible stuff that's going on here. I could get crazy, huh? Man, I'll tell you, I get amplified. I get amped up because I'm thinking about Chief Blackfoot White Toes, you know? And he's just trying to do it without anybody saying that they got to get rid of his legacy. This is a legacy thing now. Look at this man. The guy on the left, excuse me, warrior chief. Oh, you're a football team, though. You can't have a warrior chief as your mascot, because that's racist to have a warrior on a football helmet. Where the hell was anybody who was like on the other side of this argument when this happened? Excuse me, Dan Schneider, you friggin' moron. Let me just share a little something with you. Do you want a team that's like,
yay, guys, we're playing foosball?
It's not foosball. We're not playing flag football here, except for in the Pro Bowl. You're talking about full contact. Take the other guy's head off. I want a warrior on my helmet. Who do you want to put on it? Oh, let's put on Marie Curie. Let's put Marie Curie on the side of our helmet, guys. That's a good one because she's a woman, and she, you know.
Is she still alive?
I'm sorry? Oh, yeah, no, she died of radiation poisoning. But, she'd be someone because she did it. You should put her on the helmet. You could be called the Curious Washington Curiosities. It's terrible. It's a terrible name. Whitecalf was erased from the NFL too. The Redskins, under mounting pressure, fueled in a large part by the NCAI, dumped its Whitecalf portrait logo in 2020 and adopted the name Commanders in 2021. The Redskins were the only minority representation in the entire NFL, and it was a real person, not a mascot, historian Andre Bilodeau of San Diego, California said. The author of How the Redskins Got Their Name. The NCAI counts among its benefactors the George Soros-funded Open Society Foundations. Interesting. American taxpayers also fund the group. Why is my tax money going to this piece of garbage group that's destroying our history? God almighty, this is insane. It receives support from seven federal bureaucracies, including the Department of Defense, according to its own website. Beyond the removal of native logos and representations in pro sports, the NCAI has tracked the retirement of more than 200 unsanctioned and native-themed mascots since 2019. Oh my goodness, listen to that, guys. Beyond the removal of native logos and representations in pro sports, the NCAI has tracked the retirement, and so basically it retired 200 unsanctioned native-themed mascots in 2019. Do you guys remember the Little Indians football team when you were a kid? That's probably gone. Scumbags. We're offended. We're offended by your whitewashing of history. Literally. Soros funded. Joanne, we're talking about your father again. Joanne is wheezy, to say the least. Oh, goodness. So I feel bad for the native Indian population because I think that was a win for them to be a part of football, to be a part of baseball, and then to be erased from it is such a slap in the face. That's the way I see it. If I was Native American, I would feel like that's a slap in the face. I'm not offended by people dressing up like Indians. I'm not offended by people dressing up like anything. This is all silly stuff. So when we were kids, it was okay to play Cowboys and Indians. That was okay. Is that not okay anymore to play Cowboys and Indians? Does anybody know the answer to that? I mean, that was like a game you played, Cowboys and Indians. And it wasn't because you wanted to be the cowboy or you wanted to kill Indians. Sometimes you wanted to be the Indian. Like, we were kids. We didn't think about race. We didn't think about the historical ramifications of cowboys versus Indians. We were just kids we heard something like, oh, cool, okay, there's two different people that fight each other. They're called cowboys and Indians. It's just history. It's history. Where it started, the basis of it, yeah, there's something more to talk about. But when it comes to children and forcing all these ideologies on children, we didn't think in those terms. We thought, oh, I want to play with a cap gun, and I'll be the cowboy today. Tomorrow I'll be the Indian. And you switch after you lose. Okay, now I'm the Indian, now I'm the cowboy. It wasn't one's better than the other when you're a kid. It's just that's the teams. It's a team. Now it's like you became part of American history. You were American history. They wiped you away. And then you're a part of a team, the national pastime and the National Football League. And now they've erased you from that. And so you have no representation anywhere. This is what we're aiming for? That's whitewashing. Commanders. That's not whitewashing? Let's call them commanders. I wonder, is there a list of commanders? Top commanders. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. Look at all these commanders, guys. It's the commanders. Let's see. Okay, all these commanders here. Top generals. Okay, so we get rid of all the statues of commanders and generals to call a football team the Commanders. These are all commanders here right now, guys. Look at this. Look at those commanders right there, guys. I'll tell you what. That's better than some Indians right there. Look at that. These guys, we should pay homage to them instead of an American Indian. It's offensive to have an American Indian. Let's just put a bunch of white dudes on the helmet. This is interesting. It's just so weird to me how this is like okay. People are just, yeah, let's go with the Commanders. Wait, you had a really, really nice thing going there. Really nice thing. The Cleveland Indians, part of Major League, Charlie Sheen, you know? What the freaking heck are the Cleveland Indians? Cleveland what? Cleveland Indians are what? Cleveland Guardians? The Cleveland Guardians? Are you freaking kidding me? What in the actual F? Went from a warrior to a guardian. Baseball players, they're guardians, guys. They're guardians. They're going to be the guardian of the mound. What are you guardianing? The Guardians. Freaking stupid name. How dumb. How dumb are you to be the Cleveland Guardians? Doesn't even roll off the tongue. Oh, what team are you on? The Cleveland Guardians. Oh, you're the Cleveland Guardians? Yeah, I got drafted by them. I told them to go pound freaking sand. I'm not playing for no Guardians. You want to go back to Indians? I'm on it. Charlie Sheen's coming out. Relief. We needed a relief pitcher. He's getting cracked out of his mind. He shows up on the mound. He's throwing like Wild Thing all over again. He's got the glasses on. You guys remember. The Cleveland Guardians. Unreal. What the F? It's like, oh guys, look, it's the Cleveland Guardians. I'm like, I'm sending out my daughter's team to play the Guardians. You guys are the Guardians? No. I got a couple of dudes who got both left arms. They just left arms. You got two of them, no arm on the right side. That's who we're playing against, the Guardians. They're gonna win. They just bunt because of the double arm thing, you know. But it's kind of tricky when you see two arms coming at you and which one is holding the ball. That's a whole other thing. But the Guardians were sending in the freshman team from Albuquerque State Community College. They got a pretty decent freshman ball club. But we're going to send them in to play the Guardians. You guys want to stick with the name? I mean, that's on you. That is on you. The Guardians. What a terrible name, right? I'm just saying, like sometimes when you're thinking about names that could be good and then you're like, yeah, let's go with the Guardians. You know, I don't know. I think if you're coming up with a security company, you got a security company, you want to go with the Guardians? I'm down. I'm down. I'd work for the Guardians. It's a company. We take care of buildings. We take care of homes, residential, commercial. We're the Guardians. I'm in. I mean, that I'm in with. Guys, I'm not ever going to a Guardians game. If the Guardians come and play the New York Yankees, it's a blowout. The Yankees playing the Guardians? Spankied by the Yankees, and you couldn't guardian your pitcher's mound. Aaron Judge. It was Judgment Day against the Guardians. That's the way every single one of my openers would be. Worst name in history.
Don't forget about Washington.
Oh, yeah, you're right. The Commanders. Both crap names. Guys, canceled. Sometimes when you're there and you're Chief Blackfoot, Chief Two Guns, the white calf on, and they just decide to remove your image from baseball and football and say, we're going to go with a bunch of white dudes.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and turn on all notifications. I'm live at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's effect a positive change one person at a time.
Looks like you won something there.
Yeah, I ditched my tax guy and switched to H&R Block. I feel like a tax champion.
Is that easy?
So much more convenient. I just walked in, met with an expert, or a pro can do your taxes online. And with their upfront, transparent pricing, I knew the price before I even began.
I've never won anything in my whole life.
You should make the switch. There's still time, Todd.
Have an H&R Block Tax Pro do your taxes in person or online. It's better with Block.
I do not rule out that the person you refer to, Mr. Gershkovitz, may return to his motherland. By the end of the day, it does not make any sense to keep him in prison in Russia. We want the U.S. Special Services to think about how they can contribute to achieving the goals our special services are pursuing. We are ready to talk. Moreover, the talks are underway. And there have been many successful examples of these talks crowned with success. Probably this is going to be crowned with success as well. But we have to come to an agreement.
Ukraine has shaken up its military leadership, with President Volodymyr Zelensky replacing a popular army chief with his ground forces commander. The shakeup on Thursday comes after months of speculation about a rift between Zelensky and Army Chief General Valery Zaluzhny. We spoke openly today about what needs to change in the army. Urgent changes, Zelensky said in his nightly address. In a statement, Zelensky named Colonel General Alexander Syrski as the new head of the armed forces. It's a huge gamble at a time when Russian forces are gaining the upper hand in the war. Some call Zaluzhny the Iron General, and many Ukrainians see him as a national hero. His dismissal could deal a blow to morale and potentially backfire politically for Zelensky. Polling suggests Zaluzhny has more of the public's trust than the president. Zelensky's statement says he asked the general to stay on his team. For his own part, in his own statement, Zaluzhny said the tasks of 2024 are different from those of 2 years ago. Everyone must change and adapt to the new realities, he said. Syrski takes over during a period of deep uncertainty. Kyiv is waiting for vital military aid from the United States that has been delayed for months by political infighting.
Another Russian rocket attack, this one on the frontline village of Selidove in Donetsk overnight. The Ukrainians are on the defensive, running out of anti-aircraft shells and short of most ammunition, unable to move forward. So is this the right time to change Commander-in-Chief? President Zelensky has decided it is.
I am grateful to General Zaluzhny for 2 years of defense. I am grateful for every victory we have achieved together, and thank all Ukrainian soldiers who are heroically enduring this war. Today, we had a frank discussion about what needs to be changed in the army. Urgent changes.
Tension between the president and General Zaluzhny has grown. The general angered the president by saying the war was at a stalemate, which was true. Then he said they needed to mobilize 500,000 new troops, which the president said was impossible. But maybe most importantly, Zaluzhny, who often attends soldiers' funerals, had been building up his own popular base. The two men had become rivals. General Zaluzhny is especially popular amongst the rank and file, struggling to hold the line in the face of greater Russian firepower, not least because they agree with him about the need for rapid, immediate, large mobilization.
I think this dismissal would not be appropriate now, because in the field of battle, you do not change commanders.
The mobilization is necessary because we don't have enough people. The enemy has a great advantage over us in the number of soldiers.
New recruits training last month. Zaluzhny is surely right about the need for far more, but Zelensky says there's not enough money to pay and train such a large intake, and Ukraine's Western backers aren't providing enough weapons for them to use. So can the new commander-in-chief, General Alexander Syrski, trained in Soviet times, make a difference? As ground forces commander, he led the defense of Kyiv, but he doesn't have his predecessor's popular appeal. Soldiers say he kept them under fire for too long in the Battle of Bakhmut, but he has the president's trust. Earlier this week, President Zelensky visited troops near the front line. The Europeans and Americans are nervous that his shake-up of the armed forces is a gamble. But Zelensky doesn't want to take lessons from those who are failing to provide the weapons Ukraine needs. Soldiers are proud to receive medals, but Ukraine needs victory. and it's hard to see a change in command will deliver that.
Start clean with Clorox. Because happens.
The U.S. has launched major retaliatory airstrikes on Iranian-backed militants after that deadly drone attack that killed 3 U.S. soldiers and injured dozens of others in Jordan. The Pentagon tonight saying multiple aircraft were used in the first wave of this mission, including B-1 bombers that flew from the United States, dropping more than 125 precision munitions on 85 targets inside Iraq and Syria, including command and control operations used by these Iranian-backed militias and their intelligence hubs. None of the targets inside Iran itself. The first wave of these airstrikes coming shortly after the president and the first lady joined the families of those 3 fallen soldiers for the dignified transfer at Dover Air Force Base. Sergeant William Rivers, Sergeant Brianna Moffett, and Sergeant Kennedy Sanders. Sanders and Moffett promoted to sergeant posthumously, returning home now to their families. President Biden tonight issuing a statement saying, if you harm an American, we will respond. Tonight, U.S. authorities now saying this will be a multi-target, multi-day operation. The White House saying just moments ago the strikes tonight have been successful and that all aircraft is now out of harm's way.
This is the freaking crap.
ABC's chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce.
Unbelievable. Walk away to get a haircut, and I got stupid newscasts on? Oh, my goodness. I had a plan. The plan was that I'd come back, I'd have enough time to push play on something, then I can go and shave real quick, wash off my hairs that were just cut. You know? No such luck. So how long was that stupid piece of content on for? That's what I have to know. Gosh almighty, Joanne. Unbelievable. I will say, we do our best here on this show. We do our best. But sometimes you just get kind of elbowed in the face by reality. And this is a good example of that. I'm going to play you one more thing real quick so I can go and actually do what I said I wanted to do in the first place. And I'm not sure if anybody's going to see this because it sounds like I think everybody left us. You know, I mean, that's unfortunate. We're here, we're doing it, and then now we're not doing it. We do have a premiere in an hour and a half. I hope you'll join me for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, wait, I have to put more tags in here about this. I have to fill this up a bit because it's definitely not, it's not done right now. Bo Jackson. I think that was a pretty good bit, the Bo Jackson bit we did. There was another funnier story, if I recall. I just don't remember what it was. All right, let me pop this on real quick. We're going to do Regalado. Regalado's a bonehead McGillicuddy. This is another funny comedy news story. Please, no news. Okay. No more news. So let's do something. I got some comedy for you. We'll do that. All right, let's see what we got here. You know what we'll do is I'm going to put on some comedy for you. If I could find my clips here. Full downloads, where are we? Here we go. Unbelievable. What do we got here? We're going to have something here that we can laugh at. I don't remember what this was, but got all kinds of crazy stuff here. It's hard for me to figure out what's what. Let me see if I could do this instead. Okay, we're going to put this on. I'll be back in just a few minutes. This is just a little comedy for you. I hope you enjoy.
Let me tell you a story. Young man, you come down, you start a show. December 31st, 2018. He says, try to make a change, effect a positive change. One person at a time. Who knew he'd have such a hard time reaching the world with the message of love and light? He does anyway. Show up. Today, we're going to overview some of the people who've been watching the program for a long time now. You're gonna say that thanks to Mark Pires, Renaissance Man.
Hi, Mark. It's Dr. Evil. I just wanted to say... Wait, hold, where are you taking me? I'm trying to say a couple of messages to the Renaissance Man. Sure. So, you made it to 3 years straight.
You did, Dr. Evil.
Our allies like Mark Zuckerberg have done a phenomenal job stopping his content, but we must work harder. I'm thinking murder hornets. Let's order them in bulk and send them to the Renaissance Man.
That's a great idea, Dr. Evil.
I know. I'm frickin' Dr. Evil. Let's see if he makes it to 4.
Today is the 3-year anniversary and the new year of Mark Pires, Renaissance Man. I feel kind of bad. I called him lazy at the 500 days. I said, you better show us that you really want it. And now he's here, almost 1,100 days in a row. 3 years. Yeah, he's winning big league. And I wanted to say congratulations. Yes, no, he's doing good. I try to call every once in a while, Balatia, and we watch it Mar-a-Lago with Baron. Just make sure when you tune into YouTube that you get to the Renaissance Man show and you'll win big league, just like me and Balatia. And Baron, too, he's 12 feet tall. He's still growing, actually. Winning big league. Anyway, congratulations, Mark.
Hi, Mark. It's Elon Musk. I just wanted to thank you for all of your hard work. You're doing a great job for humanity with your positivity show. I'm going to keep working on Tesla, and you keep working on humanity. Happy New Year. Hi, it's Jordan Peterson. I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate your work. You've been broadcasting live for over 1,000 days in a row. It's very hard to do that in 2021 with all of the cancel culture. You're doing it very effectively. I must confess, I'm a huge fan of the messaging. I'm always watching your show. And I just want you to know I'm very proud of you.
I just wanted to say congratulations to Mark Pires, Renaissance Man. He's tuning in 3 years live. I was hoping to be there, like, in studio, but I'm there in spirit.
I just wanted to say congratulations to Mark Pires, Renaissance Man. Talking about 3-year anniversary. You kidding me? It's such a big deal. I couldn't believe it. I was watching the show the other night. I'm like, he's doing 3-year anniversary? We're almost there? I was like, are you kidding me? Whoa. This guy's crazy, doing it every night. I called Zoolander. I was like, are you kidding me? This guy's going live every day. We started tuning in together and watching it. I called Christopher Walken, too, to tell him about it.
I just want to say congratulations to the Renaissance Man. 3 years? Are you kidding me? That's some serious dedication.
Hi, Mark. It's Bezos. I just wanted to wish you a happy new year. 3 years in a row. That is phenomenal. You know, I started Amazon because I put my head down and I just kept going. Your pursuits are your own, Mark. You need to put your head down like Bezos and you can accomplish anything. So happy new year.
What's up, guys? Gary V. I'm crushing it. Just wanted to let you know, Mark Pires, Renaissance Man, 1,095 days in a row, 3 years in a row live, crushing it. Look, I told you, if you're not willing to put the time in and be everything for the people and then show your love, then you'll never crush it.
Mark, it's Dr. Fauci. Just wanted to say congratulations. That's a lot to do, 3 years in a row. I mean, doing it 1 year in a row is a lot. But I just wanted to say, make sure you get your bugaboo. I'm very proud of the bugaboo. It doesn't work, but go get it, okay? Make your neighbors feel safe. And I just wanted to say Happy New Year.
Hi, Mark. It's Bill Gates. I just wanted to say congratulations. 3 years in a row. That's phenomenal. I've been working on Vaxaroos, as you know. I'm trying to stop the population from growing. I mean, I didn't say that. I'm just joking. Anyway, lots to do. Happy New Year, Mark.
Just want to say congratulations on my favorite talk show, variety program. I tune in sometimes, listen to my music. Yeah, and I love it. Whoa! Sometimes I'll throw a hoo-ah out there. It's Al Pacino. I'm doing another film right now. It's about the Renaissance man. Anyway, just want to say thank you. Thank you for all your dedication.
This is Richard Dreyfuss. I just wanted to say congratulations to Mark. 3 years, live, in a row. That's quite the dedication. Look, I just wanted to say Happy New Year's to the Renaissance man.
Hi, Mark. It's Keanu. Just wanted to say you're doing a phenomenal job. 3 years in a row. It's amazing. Even though you're kind of living in the Matrix.
I hope you've seen the light of day. Man, he tries to do all his part to see the world a better place. Oh no.
Sometimes he gets a setback.
Depends, you quit or you go. This man, he keep going. I told him, take a break, go, nap it out, wake up tomorrow, you try again.
He doesn't hear me.
He does what he wants. He's the Renaissance man. Show. Who know?
I did. I told him.
You're gonna get there. Just don't ever stop. The sun starts burning your feet. You run faster. So I hope you understand the dedication involved and the heart as well. You gotta have a heart. I hope you get this now. The message is clear. Is night. Renaissance man. Every night, every day.
Forever.
Make sure you tune in. I'll see you there.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's my favorite line right there. That's my favorite line right there. Welcome back. Me. Welcome me back. Gosh almighty. You know, I was realizing too, I'm probably going to get hit by something from YouTube as well for that I played that piece of content that I didn't play. David Muir or whatever the freaking heck it was. Thank you, Helen, for sticking around, and DM and anybody else who's lurking who came back. Sorry about that. I will be back later for a Friday Night Live where we play cover songs on the BeatSeat. The show is sponsored by the BeatSeat, the only drum in the world for guitar players. DM Ryan has got a BeatSeat now, which makes me very happy. DM, remember what I told you? When you get, if you're hitting on your snare, and sometimes you get, like this one's good, but sometimes you hear like a little rattle, just take a little Phillips head screwdriver into the bottom, right beneath the snare, you'll see 2 screws, and just go a quarter turn to the right on each of those screws. If it's a little shaky, if the shake gets worse, then go back the other way and go a quarter turn. But I think it should be perfect, but just in case in transit. Just want to make sure that you're able to tune it to exactly what you want. So I appreciate you. Later on, actually not later on, 12 o'clock, just a little over an hour from now, the the King Charles thing is premiering. I'll give you the link one more time. I hope you guys can join me for it. I know you already saw it once, Helen, but hopefully you'll come back and hang out with us when we watch it this second time together. That's it right there. So, let me say goodnight, good afternoon, morning, good morning. It's morning still. We're here, we're doing it. There were a couple funny things today, for sure, if I recall. You know, the conversations we had, you know, with the people here at the Chernobyl thing was pretty funny. Awesome. Thank you so much, Helen. David Muir was in my high school. No way. Are you serious, DM? That's awesome. That's actually really cool. Why am I still on here? 9,000 backgrounds. That's because we put the window capture on. Let's shut that down. They're getting 100 backgrounds there. Oh my goodness. Look at that. There's 4 of me in a row. Until later, DM my brother. Helen Gale Townsend, my sister, dancing her way out. I love it. I will be back later. Thank you so much for kicking it. And have an awesome, awesome morning and afternoon. I hope to see you in just a little over an hour to watch the crazy, crazy comedy news. Until later, when I see you live. Which again will be probably around 10:30. It is Friday night, so it's usually a 10:30 show on Friday nights. You rock, Helen. Until the chat, an hour from now. I'll see you later on. You got to go away, yeah. Have an awesome day. Thank you so much for being here. You got to go away, yeah.